Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Santi, can you hear me? Yeah! Santi Lika Rubs, can you hear me? Loud and clear, absolutely fantastic. So we're going to be starting soon. Lex, good to see you too. Rubs, Ash Wilson is here as well. Great to have you with us. The last race was an absolute spectacle to watch. I really expected everyone just to break away after like laps 2 or 3, but everyone stayed with each other. There were so many battles going on apart from first and second, but everywhere else something was going on. It was absolutely fantastic. And Rod and Pollux is fishing here is here as well. Good race for your team. I think, did you get a point in the end? I can't quite remember, but if you did, good job. You've currently got 20 points in the championship. Hopefully you can increase that a little bit and overtake BWT soon. We're going to have an action-packed race again because although there's the faster drivers in the first race, this race kind of everyone is so evenly matched that there's just battle after battle after battle. So much drama going on in here. Oh, Ash finished 9th. Nice. So a solid 2 points for Rod and Pollux there. Absolutely fantastic. So we're going to be starting. I think let's give them the go-ahead. Yeah, they're going to be starting soon. I think I've got everything set up. If my voice starts cracking, let me know, and I'll try and change microphone or something. I've been told it's been happening over the last few races, so if it happens again, I'll switch to my wireless mic instead and see if that's okay. But I think we're going to have a full grid here, well, as full as you can get it here as well. So just to go over the rumours that I've picked up through Robot's Notebook, Max is going to be joining Bock and Calls next season. He's going to be disbanding his team, liquidating it, giving control to someone else. We've got a new team being created by... The only thing I can tell you about this guy is he's a really great guy, great commentator, great racer, just all-round great guy. He's got 2 guys in his team already, and 1 more from another team whose car looks like a dolphin. Let's just leave that there for now as the race is about to start. But there has been corruption throughout the entire admin of GTS, and it's all going down. Now, here we are. We've got a default car starting in first place again with the Bock and Calls, and second to Phil Babbage. Then we've got Grim, Robbo, YBN, Racete, Jan, Pitch Black, Platypus, Astro, Havoc, Iceman, VR, new driver, and Figgy starting all the way down in last place. Figgy missed the practice start. That's why he's starting all the way down at the back. But you can see a beautiful lineup of cars there. We've got that Rod and Pollux in third, the nice gold, brown, maroonish colour car that you can see there. Let's bring up the spectator options to make sure everything's okay. Yes, it's okay, we're away. Now Bog gets a pretty decent start. He pulls away quite quickly. We've got BJ Robbo making up a few places as well. Grim C and the Rod and Pollux has dropped down a place. No, he's managed to keep third so far. And Racete, the current Triple Crown holder, is trying to look down the outside as they're going through. No contact for Bogrovsky. He's looking clean, and we've got lots of contact through all of these other drivers, though, and no one got stuck on the grid. Absolutely fantastic. Now, everyone is away. We've got this big train going on right now, but the last 2 have dropped back a fair bit. But we're going to sit with these guys as Bogrovsky drifts through turn 4 and makes it through turn 5 unscathed, almost. But now he's got BJ Robert behind him in that Golden Arrows car as well. Let's see how he's getting on. So they're coming uphill now as they approach turn 6. They've just gone over the crest now, and they're turning into this left-hander. It's just a bit more acute than 90 degrees, and it's hard to get on the throttle early because you've got a wall on the outside where it's so easy to lose time. But we've got Jan, the man, on the rear of the Rod and Pollux car here. Let's see if he's going to make a move as they are going up through turn 8. He could look down the inside as they are going into 9. It's going to be a tricky place to do it, but he's done it already, and he's broke a little bit later, and he has turned in. Absolutely great work from Jan there, and we've got Bogrovsky pulling away by, let's see, it looks like it's almost a second, but BJ Robert is not giving up. He is still fighting, but now he's going to be worrying about defending more than attacking because Jan, look at the pace that Jan has. He has so much speed as they are coming up to turn 14. Let's see if he can turn in. No, he's being sensible. He's making sure he can get the turn. Rod and Pollux is always almost spun Jan. Jan goes off to the grass slightly, and it's going to affect him a little bit, and BJ Robert's going to break away from Jan right now. A little bit aggressive from that Rod and Pollux car there, but they're okay. They're okay. Racing incident. Let's continue. Now, I'm going to look a bit further down the field slightly as we see a great camera angle of that Bock and Calls car tailing the Rod and Pollux of grim. It's Phil Babbage. He is back, ladies and gentlemen, and he is looking to make a move up to 4th place. He's got it. He's got 4th place currently. Can he get into 3rd? No, he's dropped down to 6th now as we see a car almost spin. It's Jan. Jan is struggling with understeer, oversteer, lots of contact between these guys. Phil needs to get on the brakes and bring his car back onto the track. He has done it. He has done it. But this is all kicking off. I told you this race was going to be a lot better than the last one. No disrespect to the fastest guys, but everyone is more evenly matched here, and this race is coming alive. Bogrovsky, his first race of the season in online Formula Racing. He is off to an absolutely great start so far. Looking a bit further down the field, let's start at the back and work our way up. We've got Racer Tay, we've got Figgy in last place. Havoc in last place currently. That is not good. What has happened to Havoc? He's currently racing in that Dolphin that is the Spinorama. Oops, might have given something away there. But he is coming around up the hill now into turn 7. Let's hope he can catch back up to the pack, but I think he's made a little bit of a mistake or come into contact with another driver. Moving up, we've got a battle going on for 10th place right now. We've got Pitch Black diving down the inside. Pitch Black, a race winner here in Monza this season. Absolutely great racer in GTS he is. And we've got the YBN Steven, currently championship leader in Formula 1 Division 2, trying to make a move on Pitch Black now. Switching left, switching right, switching left. He's now going to the right, he's now going to the left. What is he going to do? I do not know. Oh, a bit of a tank slapper there, but he manages to correct it, and Pitch Black is still ahead of these guys. VR, let us not forget VR is a reserve driver for BWT today. Another fantastic D2 driver, got promoted from D3 to D2 this season in Formula 1, and he's doing a hell of a job racing in GTS right now as well. But we are still racing. I'm just slowing down a bit because I need to breathe. My heart is racing a lot right now. We've got Pitch Black looking down the inside as they're coming into turn 1. He's got the overtake done already. Is VR going to be able to brake a little bit later and fight back? He's off the racing line right now. He's not got the optimal line. He's almost came into the back of Pitch Black there as Racer Tay is now looking at these guys as well. 3 wide as they are going through turn 3 there. Let's hope they can keep it clean. We've got a few drivers looking a bit glitchy on track, unfortunately, but hopefully they won't affect the results of other drivers. Oh, we've got a big... Is that an incident? Someone's been run off the track. It is. It's a VR, I believe it is. No, it's not VR. Who was it? It was... It must have been VR. No, it's the racer behind. It's... Let's have a look. Let's jump down. It's not Racer Tay, it's YBN Steven. Right, let's have a look what happened to YBN. So, here they come, watching the replay now. They are coming through turn 2 and turn 3. We've lost track of them. Here comes YBN. He's in 12th place currently. He's got Figgy behind him. Oh, Figgy's dived down the inside of him and pushed YBN wide. Figgy needs to be a lot more careful. A lot more careful. But we're back to racing. Havoc's still in 13th as we see YBN going deep there into, what was that, turn 9? What happened to him? Sorry for all these replays, guys, but I do want to see just what happened to YBN Steven there. He was serving a penalty. Havoc goes round the outside of him. YBN turns into turn. Oh, YBN's looking down the inside and he just goes too deep. He just goes too deep. Havoc switches back and gets that position back as well. Unlucky there, YBN. Hopefully you can get that consistency back. We want to see a similar amount of pace that you have in D1. That would be in Division 2, sorry, in Formula 1. That would be absolutely amazing. Now jumping back up to the front of the field, we've got a battle going on between BJ Robbo and Bobrovsky currently. He was 1.5 seconds ahead, but that's dropped down to 0.5 of a second. He's lost a second somewhere, and BJ Robbo is fighting back. BJ Robbo is another one of these new drivers who's currently in D3, but he is he likes to commentate for us as well, which is absolutely great, and he is in the top field of D3 as well in Formula 1. So expect to see something great from him this race in that Golden Arrow car. I wonder what's going to happen to him next season if Max is truly disbanding his team. Not entirely sure what's going to happen there. Bogrovsky's sliding. He loves to drift around here. It's almost like he's having fun with this car as we're watching the rear just slide out a few degrees compared to the front. He's power sliding. He's having fun. He is enjoying his time here in online Formula Racing. It is absolutely great to see. Great debut as well. Going to jump to BJ Robbo though, because he is sandwiched in between this Tag Heuer Phoenix race lab of Jan, who seems to be fighting back and pulling back through the field. And now we've got a battle going on. Bobrovsky has still maintained the lead, but Jan has moved up to 2nd place. Good work there, Jan. Fending off BJ Robbo now. He's going to have to defend and attack at the same time. Not the easiest position to be in, but we know if anyone can do it, it's Jan. Jan the man, he can. Oh, he's looking down into 1st place. He's currently got 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, would you look at that? Jan has overtaken Bogrovsky in his Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab. Bit of contact between these two. Let's keep it clean, guys. Let's keep it clean. They are still racing. Jan needs to keep it cool, and he needs to get back to this. Bogrovsky is currently leading now as we're seeing more amazing angles from GTS. Absolutely great to see. And it's Bogrovsky ahead. They're coming down the straight line now, and it's Bogrovsky ahead. It's BJ Robbo. He's dived into turn 1. Jan has managed to get up to second, but he's been squeezed out again from Bogrovsky. These guys are keeping it clean. This is what I'm saying, guys. It's so fantastic when you see people so evenly matched here. It's fantastic, and look how good they are. Look. I mean, it is a bit aggressive. They are coming into contact, but no one has spun yet, and everyone is being as respectful as everyone else. That is the important part here. And that battle for first, which was between 3 drivers, is now a battle for first between 6 drivers. Absolutely fantastic. Now, who's going to come out on top? What are your predictions, guys? We need to know how this is going to turn out. Let me know your thoughts thoughts and predictions in the comments there. Santi, I've not heard from you in about 2 minutes. Need to know what you're going to think is going to happen here, boy. Get your priorities straight. Currently, it's still BJ Robbo. He's 2/10 ahead. Jan is looking into turn 9, but he's being respectful. He's been touched by Bogrovsky slightly. Bogrovsky needs to ease up on that aggression a little bit, I think. He's excited, let's not forget. It's his first race. He's doing a hell of a race so far. Fantastic racer as well. He just needs to keep it a little bit cleaner to make sure every one of these cars can continue in this battle. He's gone a little bit deep as he's going through turn 13. Infamous turn 13 from race 1. We saw lots of drivers make mistakes there. Jan was saying it's a really tricky part of the track as well, so I'm sure he's taking it easy through there right now. Rumour, good to have you with us. Fantastic first race for you. Fantastic fastest lap. What a race. Really clever on the pit strategy there, going a little bit longer to cut down on that refuel. Let's see if any of these guys were watching, if they do that too. But it's currently BJ Robbo, and where's Bogrovsky gone? He's down in 6th. I'm going to jump to a replay quickly and see what that could be. Oh no, I've missed it. He's down in 6th now though. Maybe it was the infamous turn 13. We'll never know. But for now, we're going to stick with these guys and watch the battle for 3rd place as BJ Robbo and Jan pull away slightly. So we've got 2 defaults sandwiched by the Phil Babbage, the block and calls, and the other block and calls of Platypus, who is currently hosting the session, so thanks Platypus for that. Phil Babbage is looking pretty solid. Behind him is Racer Tay, and Havoc is still nowhere to be seen. I haven't seen him. I'm not sure what's going on with Havoc there. Sorry guys, I'm just having a sip of water to catch my breath. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, 1 and 2 are still engaged in the big battle. Jan and BJ Robbo are so evenly matched right now. Rumour has it that Golden Arrows and Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab practice together throughout the week, and they share setups too. So it is possible that both of these cars have the exact same setups, and that's why we are seeing this amazing battle go on right now. There was talk about stopping people from doing setups to make it more evenly matched, but we're not really sure where we're going to go with that, because a lot of drivers do like setting up their cars. It adds this whole personalization aspect to the league, and we might want to keep it. YBN Steven has left, unfortunately. He must not be having a great race, or he's like that. He was looking a little bit laggy, so let's wait and see if he can rejoin. I'm not sure if he can rejoin in GTS. But anyway, battle between 1 and 2 is still going on. Jan is still less than half a second behind. He's 3/10 behind as they're going through the final corner at turn 15. Going over the crest now, and they begin the downhill approach into turn 1. Jan has enough toe to at least make a dive bomb move, but can he do it safely? That's what we need to keep an eye on. I don't think he's going to be able to, and he's going to stay behind for now and just wait another lap until he is comfortable in performing that overtake. Jumping down into 3rd, we've got a battle between another Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab car and a team default car of Astro. Astro is another absolute fantastic and consistent racer here in OFR. He's someone that you want to watch out for. He's getting faster and faster each week. It wouldn't surprise me if in Season 2 he could be finishing in the top 3 most of the time in the 2nd division and winning races too. Keep an eye on him as we see a big battle going on a bit further down actually. Racer Tay, 4-way battle for 5th place. Bogrovsky is still not letting these guys go, and the 2 block and calls of Platypus and... is that YBN still? Oh no, it's Phil Babbage, because YBN moved after some discrepancies in that Bock and Cole's car. He wasn't happy and he moved to BWT. But anyway, this battle for 5th place is looking alive. Bagroski's switching out to the right hand side, looking down the outside on Racer Tay. He's gone round the outside, but he's gone too deep into the corner. He's understeered into the corner onto the grass, and now Phil Babbage is going to make a move on him. I think he is, and he's moved up to 7th place. Bog all the way down to 8th place now. He's going to be challenged by VR soon as well. VR, just to let you know, is going to be joining this mysterious team along with 2 other drivers. One is in the chat currently and another has left the Dolphin. Those are the only clues you're getting, and we still don't know who that team captain is. But Bug is down in 8th. I'm going to jump back up to 1st and see how they're getting on. BJ Robbo is still leading Jan behind, but Iceman Kimmy is now in 3rd. As we see BJ Robbo and 3 other guys jump into the pits. It's Astro, it's BJ Robbo. Oh, I thought there was another car, but not. Now, they're going for the undercut. Let's see if they can do it. How much fuel are they going to put in? As we see Bog jump into the pits too. It's Jan currently leading. Jan's going to have to pit next lap or extend his stint to make sure that refueling effort is not as long as he wants it to be. But his teammate Iceman Kimmy is currently behind him, and it's 2 It's 2 Tag Here Phoenix Race Lab. I can't speak. Phoenix Race Lab cars leading the race currently. Now, as we come out of the pits, let's see where these guys came out. BJ Robbo pitted, and he's currently come out in 7th place with Astro behind him, who also pitted, and Grim, who has pitted as well in that Rod and Pollock's car, is currently in 9th place. Let's give them some screen time as these other guys jump into the pits. We'll wait and see who it's going to be as he slides around turn 4 and drifts into turn 5. He's in complete control of his car, and it looks like he is having a lot of fun here. Fantastic to see. Fantastic to spectate on, and I'm sure it's fantastic for him to drive. But I am going to jump up to Astro right now because he is within half a second of BJ Robbo right now. Oh, it looks like we've got a bit of an incident going on in 3rd place. We've got Racer Tay, Platypus, and Phil Babbage battling out for 3rd place right now as well. Let's keep an eye on that to see if these guys are going to come to blows or not. Platypus switching to that racing line. He's coming through this really hard lane. Right, no, it's the left-hander in 10-13, and he's gone wide. And hitting the wall and going on the grass is so detrimental to your speed here. Phil Babbage is allowed to overtake. You only have to rewind about 20 minutes from the first race 1 to see that happen multiple times. It's a really tricky part of the track. Jan hates that part of the track, and that's why he's being so cautious. But Jan is now pitting. Let's see if he can get out ahead of BJ Robbo. So BJ Robbo is just coming up to turn 50 now, the final corner. Is the undercut going to work, or is Jan's overcut going to work? Let's wait and see what happens. Jan is not out of the pits yet, and I think BJ is taking the lead again. Oh, here comes Jan now. It's Astro. Jan is nowhere to be seen. Jan's down in 4th place. He's come. Oh no. Now everyone's committing to a 2-stop. I don't think there is another strategy that can work here if you're just using the super soft tyres. He has committed to this 2-stop strategy. Now, he's going to have a lot to do, and if he is on comms with his teammate, Iceman Kimmy, he's going to be asking him to get out the way as quick as possible. Let's face it, Jan is the faster driver, and if he wants to win this race, he needs to be set free. Now, we'll keep an eye on that to see if anything does come of it, but once again, we've got a big battle going on for 7th place. Look at these guys, 4 in a row here. Racer Tay, followed by Platypus, followed by the BWT of Ryzen. Again, not a lot of drivers breaking away too much because these guys are so evenly matched. Grim C is up into 5th place now. Solid drive from him, and he may even be catching Jan. Let's keep an eye on these guys now and see if that gap is going to get reduced. So it's currently 7/10. It was just 5/10, but they are coming through a slow part of the track where we do see this effect where people extend and close, extend and close. There is a word for that. I can't remember what it is. Do you guys remember what it's called? Where they bunch together in the corners and then separate as they're coming out of the corners? Someone please help me out. Grim has now dropped down to 1.1 seconds, so it looks like Jan is pulling away, but Jan is slowing down behind his teammate. I think we're going to see some team orders soon. Let's have a look. So I've got word from their party that Jan has asked Iceman Kimmy to move, but Iceman Kimmy has said no. He has said if he wants to pass, then pick up your speed. It looks like there's some drama going on at Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab, and Jan's race win could be lost here because of this drama going on within the team. What is going on here? Jan is the team captain at Tag Here Phoenix Race Lab, and a driver is being, well, he's just not following instructions. It's not just drama at Bock and Calls, it's not just drama at Golden Arrows, it's not just drama, as always, in Spinorama, but within Tag Here Phoenix Race Lab 2. What is going on here? Jan is losing so much time to the lead right now. To be fair, he's only 1.7 seconds off. BJ Robbo has slowed down a bit. Let's just quickly check his tyres. His tyres aren't too bad, and he's currently getting challenged by Astro down the inside. Is Astro going to get him here as they are coming up through turn 8 into turn 9? Astro in the default car. I told you to keep an eye on this guy. He is good, and he's taken the lead. Astro has taken the lead. Well done, Astro. Bravo. BJ Robbo's now kind of like coming in behind and trying to take advantage of that slipstream, but not through turn 13. It's not going to happen there. He's going to have to stay behind and get a good enough tow through turns 15. They're just coming through the second to last corner now, where the power out of this corner is absolutely crucial to get it right. Castle saying it's fake news. Well, he's the one that fed me the information, guys, so it looks like he is corrupt as well. Maybe Castle's going for the team captain position. Maybe that's what it is. So we've got Astro going down, crossing the line now to start lap 11, and we've got BJ Robbo slightly out of the tow, and he's topping out at 160. We were seeing a top speed of around 162, 163 from these cars in D1, so slightly different setups between these drivers now. Astro is managing to maintain around a half a second lead there. Now Jan has overtaken his teammate. Let's just quickly see if that just happened then. So Jan was behind. Jan's looking down the inside through to turn 1, and it looks like Iceman lifted. It looks like Iceman gave him that position, and he's finally following orders. But Shane, yes, you are right. Team default, Astro Smurf, a fantastic job he has done. He is now in first place with great tyre wear and a decent amount of fuel as well. BJ Robbo is 7 tenths behind. He's not going to be able to do anything if he's 7 tenths behind unless Astro makes a mistake. And BJ Robbo is still a second ahead of Jan. I'm not sure who's going to win this, who has the potential to win this race now. Definitely everyone in the top 3. I wasn't expecting this level of speed from Astro, but now he is a contender to take this race home. Looking at the fuel difference between Astro and BJ Robbo, we've got Astro with just over a quarter of a tank, and we've got BJ Robbo with about 3/8, a little bit more, maybe half a lap more. Super Bounty, nice to see you here. Martin, it's good to have you back in this stream as well. Good to see you. And Carter's here as well. Hello, Carter. Great battle going on for first place right now. Astro has finally got his consistency and his pace intertwined, and he is in first place right now. Bounty's asking for the BWT, boys. I will show you exactly where they are. Let's go down into 13th. We've got Figgy in the Rod and Pollux. Again, being a bit aggressive with his drive there. He needs to slow down and keep it cool. Pitch is not going to be happy with that. I'm going to slowly move up to find these boys. We've got Havoc in 11th, not having a great race. He did finish P3 yesterday for the first time in forever in D2. I mean, he must be still on a buzz from that. But there's one. VR is currently in 10th place, so he is currently getting a point for the BWT boys. It's his first race here in GT Sport, and I'll say it now. Here's your first clue. He is one of the first drivers who is going to be joining this new mystery team. Now, in 9th place is Phil Babbage, the Bock and Calls. In 8th place is Platypus, and in 7th is Grim in the Rod and Pollux, and YBN left the session. That's why you're not seeing the BWT there, Bounty. He left on lap 8, I think it was, unfortunately. But this battle is still going on. Astro is still maintaining his lead in the default car there. Jan has closed up right to the back of BJ Robbo right now. Now, forgive me while I have some water. I think this lap, we are going to see something happen for second place. Jan looks like he's growing a little bit impatient. Oh, BJ Robbo. Oh, that's it. He's got him. Jan's moved up into second place. Robbo made a mistake at turn 13. The corner that Jan said he hates, and the corner that he has done perfectly every time this race. He's moved up, and now BJ Robbo is getting challenged by the guy who doesn't follow the rules. Don't give anyone any clues there, Bagpuss. No one needs to know. No one needs to know. We've actually come up with a new name. I'll let you know what it is later. And we've got Mark Elliott here as well. Oh, bit of drama going on again between Default and Buck and Cause. I'll let you guys read that in the comments as I'm watching this battle between BJ Robbo and Iceman. Iceman moves up into third, and BJ Robbo is not going to be happy with that. Now, I'm not sure if Maximus, you are watching the stream. If you are, I'd love to know if you're in a party with BJ Robbo right now, how he's feeling, how his car feels, and whether or not he chose the right setup, because he keeps topping out at around 159 to 160, and we saw a few miles an hour faster down the downhill main straight in a few other cars here. Has he done the wrong setup? Spinorama's Racer Tay is struggling a little bit in that car as well. I think one of the main things at this race is the setup. I think people are struggling a lot. We have passed the halfway distance, and I'm just seeing a lot of difference between D1 and D2, and it looks like these guys are struggling without right power. Now, I am still going to stick with these guys for now. Actually, they are spaced apart by more than half a tenth, so let's again jump to the back of the grid. We've got Pitch Black in the pits. He's pitted and he's come out with a full tank of fuel. I doubt he'll be able to go. Oh, he's gone on the soft tyre. Pitch. I think Pitch is committed to go to the end now. Interesting if he has. That's a really interesting strategy. The only one to do it so far, actually. Everyone else is still on those super softs, as Astro is still leading this race, and he's now only got half a second lead as he comes into the pits. So that's a bit early. If he's not coming onto the softs, I think that's a bit early. He ran out of fuel. I don't think this is the strategy that he wanted, guys. I do not think this is what they want. He's going to have to go onto the softs if he wants to make it 11 laps. Has he made a mistake here? Grimm's pitted too, and Bogrovsky's pitted as well. He's gone onto the super softs with only 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Surely he's not going to make it to the end of the race here. Has he just given away the race win in his first pit stop where he didn't refuel enough? Maybe. But Jan is currently leading, and he currently has around 2 to 3 laps of fuel left too. So it looks like Jan is on for his race win here. This could be it. We could finally see it, guys. Jan's Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab finishing in first place. Now, Jan did show up to this championship a little bit late because he had problems with his wheel, unfortunately. It broke down. Good old reliable Fanatec there. And he did miss a lot of the races. I think maybe even he missed 5 races maybe. But he has come back with his new wheel and shown a lot of pace. Mary saying Team Default special under fueling. Well, there's something weird always going on with Team Default with this refuel strategy. We saw Bruma do something special, extend his middle stint so he didn't have to refuel a lot at the end. And they always, I don't know if you can control how much fuel you put in at the start of the race, but they always seem to do something spectacular, and it always gives them the race wins. So Jan's leading 2.1 seconds from Iceman Kimi right now. Racer Tay is still out as BJ Robbo comes into the pits. He's run out of fuel as well, and I wonder if he's going to be able to go 10 laps on these tyres, or if he's committing to another stop too. He's refueling, and if he was coming in for another one, the refueling would have ended by now. So he's not. Looks like he's going to stay out. Now, what tyre is he going to be on? Castle saying everyone starts on a full tank. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So it looks like he's come out with a full tank as well. Let's see. Yes, he has. He's gone onto the soft tyre too. So both Golden Arrows have done the same strategy here. They're going to go all the way to the end now on this soft tyre as Havoc flies into turn 1. We haven't seen much of him in this race, so let's stay with him for now. He's currently getting challenged by Grimm in the Rod and Pollock's fishing car. Beautiful Union Jack on the rear of his car as well. And Havoc's struggling here. I'm really not sure what's going on. He usually has phenomenal pace in GTS. He's normally at least within the top 5, but he's struggling to hold on to 10th right now with one of the new guys, Grimm. Now, nothing to take away from Grimm. Grimm is an absolute beast of a racer. He's had a great debut here, and he's currently trying to secure the final point for his Rod and Pollock's fishing team here. Let's see if he can get him as they go through turn 9. Not quite, but he is still within at 0.2 of a second. And if he can stick with him all the way through these fast right-handers, from 10 all the way to 13, where it's that really tricky left-hander, he may be able to get him on the main straight here. Both of them may be pitting as well. Let's just see. Oh no, Grimm's already pitted. Havoc struggling because of his tyre wear. Carter, I can't check my DMs whilst I'm commentating. Be patient, young one. Be patient. And is Havoc going to come into the pits here, guys? I'm not sure. He's coming into the pits. So Havoc's tyres are done, and he will be able to go 9 laps on a fresh pair of super softs, I believe. Let's see if he's putting them on, and let's see how much fuel he's going to put in. He's currently racing in the Spinorama Petronas racing car, the Dolphin, as some like to call it. And he's refueling. He's currently in 11th. Figgy may jump him if he stays in any longer. No, he's pulling away now. And he's got a full tank of fuel with super soft tyres on. He is going to be going to the end here, guys. Now, let's quickly jump through the field and see what else is going on. Jan currently has a 3.6 second lead. Phil Babbage is in the Bock and Calls. A very comfortable race so far, but he is going to pit again. You can see already that his fuel is flashing, and this is going to be his final lap on these tyres. Let's see as he comes around turn 13. His car's looking nice and stuck to the track still, even though he's got around 50% wear on both of his right tyres. He doesn't look like he's suffering too much at all, but he will be pitting now, and I wonder where that's going to put him when he comes out. We've got one guy in the pits. It's Jan and Iceman Kimi. Both of these guys are in the pits right now as Phil Babbage dives into the pits to make his final pit stop. Now let's jump to Jan and see where he comes out. He has come out ahead of Astro. You can see Astro there tailing around 4 seconds. Let's see what the gap is. Oh, it's 2.1. He's closing, so it's not too much. So now Astro has it all to do to get to the end of the race. However, he only has, this is what I'm confused about, Astro doesn't have enough fuel to get to the end of the race. I think he's got about, is that about 4 or 5 laps of fuel? He's definitely going to have to pit again, or am I mistaken here, guys? I'm not sure if he's made a mistake here. One of the guys from Default who are in the chat, if you're in a party with him, please let me know what's going on with strategy here, because I'm so confused. Racer Tay is in 4th place. He's done all of his pit stop, and he will be going to the end as well. Only 7 laps to go. And Racer Tay has again done a really consistent drive, currently in 4th place, hunting down the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab car of Iceman Kimi. Let's hope he can do it. And let's not forget Bog Robski, his debut race in GT Sport this season. He's joined us just a few days ago, and he's already a reserve driver. He's doing an absolutely fantastic job. He's going to get 10 points for Default. It's going to extend their championship lead even more. Fantastic race from him as well. Now, bit of a battle. I can see a bit of a battle going on between these two. Yep, I'm right. It's Babbage. It's Phil Babbage, and it's VR battling for second to last place. It's 2 points, but it is a crucial 2 points for these teams. They need as much points as possible. We have 2 races each weekend for all teams. You know, they are joined together in terms of team standings, and they need as much points as possible because it is very close currently in the team standings. Whilst we watch this battle unfold for 10th place, let me just quickly read out to you the team standings. You can head on over to onlineformularacing.co.uk to actually look at all of these things, look at all the videos from past races and stuff like that. But the current team standings are Team Default. This is not taking into account the races today. Team Default on 302 points. Spinorama on 278. Phil Babbage looking down the inside into turn 1. Sorry to interrupt myself there, but I just saw him make a violent swerve. And let's see if he can get it slowed down. It looks like he can't. VR manages to take that race line back and pull away through turns 2 and 3. So Spinorama with 278 points in second. Tag Heuer with only 247 points in third. So you can see there they are not too far behind. Bock and Calls with 146 and Rich Energy Golden Arrows with 137. So you can see everyone is engaged in a close battle here. That's why these points are crucial. Then we've got BWT with 69 points, and we've got the GNL Porsche GT team with no one racing there today with 22 points, and Rod and Pollux with 20 points. That's why these points are absolutely crucial. But we are still seeing Jan lead this race. He is 2 seconds ahead of Astro, and I'm sure Astro is going to have to pit again. Ash, I think you're right. I think you had the right strategy. 3 stops are better for tyre wear, and that's how I felt doing third. And I'm really just waiting to see when Astro is going to come into the pits here. He's not coming in yet. He's not going to be able to get 6 laps, sorry, on these tyres. Definitely not. Well, he will on these tyres, but not on this fuel. Racer Tay looking around the outside into turn 1 on Iceman Kimi, and he's broke a little bit later as well, and he's got the inside line as they're going into turn 2. He almost lost the rear of the car there. The front was gripping a bit too much, but he has managed to secure a podium for Spinorama Drama. Good job there. These guys are just, they're being so clean, they're being so respectful, and they're giving us a fantastic race to watch. Lots of overtakes here in this division. It really is fantastic. I'm going to jump down all the way to 9th place because Babbage and VR are still battling. The gap is only 7/10 of a second. BWT VR reserve driver and Babbage, a Bochum Calls permanent driver, battling out for a single point here. VR's currently got 2, Babbage has currently got 1, but they both need this final point. I'm going to jump back up to 3rd because this gap between 3rd and 4th is closed down again. It's now just over half a second. Iceman Kimi has brought it below half a second now. He needs to stay within this gap if he wants to make a move on the main straight. It's hard to follow through turn 13, and that's why you can see the gap has jumped up 2/10 again. It's now jumped up 3/10, it's at 7/10 of a second, and he's turning into turn 14, and now comes the descent. As soon as you get over that crest and powers all the way down into the main straight, he needs to get this move done now. Racer Tay is currently in 3rd, Iceman Kimi is currently in 4th, as we finally see Astro pit. So, what tyres is Astro going to go on? It's going to be the super soft, and he's going to only put in 5 laps of fuel. And he's going to pull away any second now. He's not refueling too much. He's moved all the way down to 6th place, and he's pulled away. Now, he's come out in 5th. Now, that's not a bad position. That is a pretty decent position. He's on fresh, super soft tyres too. I think he's done the right thing here. He's going to be challenging Platypus. He's got 2.3 seconds to gain. Let's see if he can do it, guys. Let's see if he can do it. So, predictions. Do you think this is Jan's race to lose now? He's 4.7. He's almost 5 seconds ahead of Racer Tay. Look at Racer Tay making a move on Iceman Kimi there for 2nd place. Iceman Kimi's got that position back, though. He's not going to be able to overtake yet. And Iceman Kimi is still ahead as they're going into turn 9. They're both keeping it clean. Racer Tay got a better exit out of turn 9 though. He's following very close in turn 10. They're coming through 11 now. He's less than half a second behind. He's just 2/10 behind, in fact. And through turn 13, this really hard part of the track. They both keep it on the track, so no one's going to lose speed once they hit that grass. And Racer Tay is already looking around the outside. He's going to try and switch back here as they're going through turn 14. And he's going to have a huge slipstream advantage all the way through 14 or 15 and the pit downhill straight right now. Let's see if they can keep it. So here Racer Tay comes. Let's look at the speed difference between them. So we're looking on board with Ice Kimi now. He's on around 145. Racer Tay's already on 150. He's about to get this overtake done. Let's switch to the onboard and see if he can do it. He is going to be able to. He's looking around the outside. And he's broke. Oh no, Iceman Kimi's broke a little bit later there. These guys are still pushing each other so hard. And they are still keeping it clean. Who's going to come out on top for 2nd place here, guys? Racer Tay has everything he needs to get that done. A good car, a good setup, and a great driver in the seat. Iceman Kimi has exactly the same. We know he has a good setup. They have the same setup as Jan, and Jan has pulled away. Iceman has got phenomenal pace around here. They are coming up to a back marker, though. Is this going to affect these guys overtaking each other? Let's hope not. Racer Tay is looking to get some more downforce, moving out of the racing line to get some more air on his car to keep it stuck to the ground. Blue flags are now being shown to the car in front. Let's hope he doesn't cause any drama for Spinorama. They're coming up to turn 9 now as they power through turn 8. Racete has got that inside line. He's going to be able to get position 2 here. He's got it. Into turn 9 they go. And he has moved up a position. He has secured 18 points. And the fastest lap point currently for Spinorama Drama. Good job, Racete. But let's not just leave this battle now, because Iceman Kimmy is going to want that position back. He is a great racer. Oh, we've got Pitch Black spinning there in 13th. He was the blue flag, I believe, and now that is cleared, Iceman Kimmy is looking to get that position back. So he's too far behind to make a move with the slipstream right now. I think Racete has got this for another lap. Yeah, he's just a bit too far away, you can see. Let's look at the speed difference again. Currently on a 150 from Racete and a 157 from Iceman. He could try and outbrake him, but these cars aren't the best brakers, and he could overshoot if he's not careful. They're both braking almost side by side, and Iceman Kimmy, round the outside, has got that position back. Wow. I did not think he was going to be capable of that, but what a clean overtake. That takes some skill. And I think he rides in cockpit cam too, so that car would have been completely blind to his right side there. His left side, sorry. And it takes a lot of faith to make sure the other driver doesn't want to squeeze you off track, but he did it. Well done, Iceman. Let's see if Racete can get it back. He's not letting him break away. He's still within 3/10 and closing. Let's see if he can do it. Just 3 laps to go, guys. Make sure you like this stream and subscribe to us if you haven't already. But what a race. Now, Jan's pulled away 7 seconds. Bravo to Jan. He's done an absolutely fantastic job. Coming into this season late, he's come back with a vengeance, and he has showed everyone what he is all about. It'll be great to see him again in Formula 1. He wasn't feeling too good without the racing line, I think, because our Division 1 drivers don't use any assists at all, and that includes the racing line. So let's hope he comes back next season, or if not, maybe he could make an appearance in D2. We never know. Right, I'm going to jump back up to 4th place right now, because you can see how close Astro is to the buck and calls of Platypus right now. I told you Astro is going to have this pace, and I think P3 is out of his reach, but 12 points for P4, he wants that. He definitely wants that, and he is pressuring lobby host Platypus in that buck and calls car right now. Now here comes Astro as they're going into turn 14. He's a bit too far behind to make a move yet. He's going to have to do it on the next lap, I believe, or make a late braking maneuver into turn 1. He's going to have about a 10-mile-an-hour speed advantage with his toe. He's closed that down to 2/10 as he's going through turn 15. This is it, guys. You're going to see an amazing move right now. Let's watch it. There he goes. Switches to the right side of the track. There he is. Has he got the overtake done yet? He has. He has. Oh, no, Astro. No! Platypus is broke just a little bit later. Both of them really late on the brakes there, but Platypus braking just a little bit later, taking that racing line and powering through 2 and 3, taking that line that he is allowed to take. I think Platypus is a good defender. He's a fast driver and a great defender, an even better defender. I don't think Astro's going to be able to get him here, even though he does have fresh tyres. Let's look at the tyres now. Astro's looking at about 33% on the right and about 25% on the left. Astro's looking at hardly any. We're looking at about 10%. Astro has everything he needs to do this. But what he definitely doesn't need is a great defender like Platypus holding on to that position. Now, they're coming up to turn 9, a really tricky part of the track, probably the trickiest part of the track if it's not turn 13. They're braking. Astro's trying to do the switchback right now, but he's looking around the outside actually, not a switchback at all. He's got him. Astro, in the default car, has just overtaken Platypus. Now, I'm going to quickly watch the replay because I want to see how he did that. He's going round the outside. I mean, bravo. That was just clean and that was perfect. That's exactly what he needed to do there. So good job. And Astro's moved up into 4th place. He has secured those 12 points. Brumo, you are right. Good job, Astro. Now, I'm going to jump to the race leader, Jan, just to give him a bit more screen time. He's doing an absolutely fantastic job. In 1st place right now, he's pulled away 7.6 seconds. Tag here, Phoenix Race Lab are definitely going to be extremely happy with that. Even though there was some kerfuffle with team orders today, we'll have to hope that they can settle it in the pit garage. Let's hope they can. Going to jump down to second place. Iceman Kimi is still battling with Racer Tay. Iceman Kimi has got that position back. It was currently Racer Tay in second, but they're on the final lap right now, and this is where it's going to happen, if it's going to happen at all. I will make sure I switch back to Jan to watch him cross the line, but currently it's Iceman and Racer Tay who I believe are closest on track, so we will stick with them to see if Racer Tay is going to do a late move. He is a clever driver. He is a very, very clever driver. He knows where he can and where he can't do it, and he knows where Iceman Kimi is going to be most vulnerable. You can see him going off the racing line there just to make sure he can get his car turned in. He's hit the grass. That's going to slow him down a little bit. He's dropped back a few tenths now. I'm going to switch to Jan for now just to see how he gets on as he's coming up to turn 14 right now. Absolutely solid performance from Jan. Textbook win. He didn't do it in the pits. He did it on track exactly where he needed to. He was clever in the pits. He was clever on track. He was consistent on track. Never put a foot wrong. Congratulations, Jan, for yet another race win in online Formula Racing. Well done. Going to jump back up to this battle for Iceman. Racer Tay has dropped back a second, so it's going to be two. Tag her, Phoenix Race Labs taking 2 and 3. Well done. Next up, it's going to be Racer Tay and Spinorama Drama picking up 15 points for his team. And Astro has finished in 4th place for Team Default, extending their championship lead even more because of that great 1-2 finish in Division 1 an hour ago. And now Astro is going to cross the line in style, taking the final 12 points for his team there. Good job. Next up is going to be Platypus. He's going to finish ahead in the Buck & Calls of Bogrowski. And Bogrowski on his debut finishes 6th place. He gets 8 points for his team. Again, great job for Default. And next up is going to be the Rodden Pollux of Grim 45C and BJ Robbo. I really expected him to get a podium here, but unfortunately he's finished down in 9th place, but still picking up 2 points for his team, so congratulations. Phil Babbage is going to be finishing in 10th place. There he is, and Havoc in 11th, if I can find him. Let's see where he is. He's just coming down the line now. And he's going to be out of the points, but still finishing in 11th place in Spinorama. So well done, Havoc. And finally, we are going to jump to Figgy. Pitch Black has already finished in the Golden Arrows. Figgy's had a pretty tough race here, as he's just coming through turn 14 now. And he's coming through 15. Difficult race, but it's Figgy's first race back within 3 races, I think. He's done what he needed to. He's hopefully kept it clean throughout the race, and he has finished. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to us if you don't mind, and join us in about an hour's time again for another race. We've got both Division 3 races in Mexico starting in an hour and 15 minutes. And it's going to be 2 full grids, 80-minute quali, 25% race. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks, guys.